Come on in.
I can hear the thunder rolling.
Woo! Hot
and
cup.
the rain begins to fall. I can feel my courage tremble after I have come so far. Today my heart is sinking and my world is caving in. But there's light on the horizon, and the darkness will give in to one more day of hope, one more day of faith. Tomorrow will be brighter if I get through today. Better days are coming further down the road. So for now I'll just keep clinging to one more day of hope. One more day. And I know that I'll get through this. My dreams are in my grasp. When I find the power within me, I know this storm will pass. It will only make me stronger. When this victory I've won, I can last a little longer. If I keep holding on to one more day of hope, one more day of faith. Tomorrow will be brighter if I get through today. Better days are coming further down the road. So for now I'll just keep clinging to one more day of hope, one more day. Better days are coming further down the road. So for now I'll just keep clinging to one more day of hope. One more day. One more day.
Well, I noticed a bunch of your comments while I was enjoying the song. The song is just beautiful, and sometimes, we just need one more day of hope. And you know what hope is? Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. That's from Hebrews 11:1. Somebody was on here on the YouTube show that said they were from Ellicott City, Maryland. I had a cousin that used to live in Ellicott City, Maryland. His name was Mike Ray, and he was the pastor of a church there. in Ellicott City, Maryland, and he died a few years ago of colon cancer before he turned the age 50. He was diagnosed and died in just a short period of time. His mom and dad are still living. He was an only child. He left 3 children and a wife. And Mike was an amazing man. I got a message from him one time. He said, "You know, you're famous, don't you?" And I said, "No, I'm not famous." He said, "People in my congregation found out you were my cousin, and they just think it's the most amazing thing." And I said, "Mike, I'm just like you. I was, raised in Western Kentucky and West Tennessee, and I put my pants on just like everybody else." He said, "I know you do, but they think you're special." And, I still can't wrap my head around that. But I'm just like you. I've had messy houses. I've had clean houses. I have a house right now that's just amazing. And it's just, a lot of us have suffered through a lot of things this past year. Someone on here said their father is dying and they needed that song. We just buried Ben 2 months ago. And it was tough. And he was only 39 years old. So we have a history in our family of people dying young. I have an uncle that died when he was barely 40, maybe not even 40. I think he was 33. I have mother's dad died when she was age 8, and he wasn't very old either. And my great-grandfather died at an early age, and my great-grandmother married his unwed brother. That's what they did in those days. They took care of the family by keeping it in the family. And you don't know why people pass away at such an early age. It's not, we don't have to know. One day we'll know in heaven. But God knows the hairs of our head. He knows how many hairs are in my comb right now, in my brush. He knows the number of our days. And it's not for us to upset that in any way. One time I got a testimonial years and years ago, before there was Afghanistan war and Iraq and all that stuff. They used to report on the news about Israel and the bombings in Israel, the car bombs that would kill people and maim people, buses getting blown up. And we got this testimonial, I think it was like 2002, from Israel. And this lady said, I can't fix the things going on out in the world. I just know that when I come home, this is our sanctuary. This is our home. This is the place where we're safe. And she said, it used to be a place of chaos, and now it's a place of comfort. So taking care of your home and blessing your family with a home that functions well, with dinner on the table and clean clothes to put on. These are all things that we can do, that's in our control and in our little hands. So you see, we don't have to wait for somebody to come into our house and do that. We can do that. We can eliminate the clutter. That's what our habit is this month. We can, because when you get rid of clutter, if you learn nothing else from me, nothing else, if you learn nothing else, it's this. You can't organize clutter. You have to get rid of it. You have to get rid of it. Do you see? You can't organize clutter. You have to get rid of it. So it's important for us to give our family hope, to give our family the love and encouragement that they need through having a clean home, having fewer arguments in your home, having peace in your little neck of the woods. And that peace comes from getting rid of your clutter, taking care of yourself. Because what happens when you get sick? Your house falls apart. But if you take care of you and you can get out of bed, you got to get dressed to lace up shoes. I had somebody this morning on the show we were watching, on the show I did this morning, she says, well, you need to warn people. And I said, what? She said, warn people. If you start wearing your shoes, you're going to get ingrown toenails. So that's just an excuse. Because I have, in 21 years of being Fly Lady, I have never heard that. Never heard that. Now, if your shoes are too small, that's a problem. But I tell you to get your feet measured, and you can measure your own feet. And you can look at the size charts on shoes online, and you can measure your own feet. With a tape measure, y'all. So there's no excuses for skipping that step of Fly Lady. There's no excuses at all. Because shoes tell our head it's time to do something. Shoes tell our head it's time to do something. I think so, Carolyn. Shoes were too small. Never heard that complaint. If your shoes are too small, give them to somebody else. But next week, we do the Hot Melt Sprint, y'all. Zone 2, we do the Hot Melt Sprint every month. We get focused back on taking care of ourselves, and the inflammation will go down. I know people who lost 20 pounds in 1 week. Yeah, 20 pounds in 1 week. So drink up. Everybody grab your tea, your smoothie, whatever you're drinking, and let's have a nice sip and just enjoy it. It just warms you all the way down. Well, Robert built me a fire a while ago. I'm really excited. But we need to take care of our homes for us, not for anybody else. If we do it for us, everybody else in the family is a beneficiary of this peace. But when you do it for you, doing it for you is what changes it all. You take care of you. You take care of you. So we can't change what's going on in the world. We can't, I mean, you could sign up for the army if you're young and go fight a war, but hopefully we're not in any wars right now. Even though somebody sent troops to Syria again when we had just about pulled them all out. It's up to us to create an environment of love in our homes. Yeah, love in our homes. And we do that by knowing what's for dinner, having clean laundry, yeah, getting our beds made, picking out, cleaning off our hot spots, making your home look wonderful. And when you have a sense of peace on all the flat surfaces, guess what? Peace comes to you in here. Now, I only wear lounging shoes after dinner. I don't take my sneakers off until after dinner. And then I can put on my Uggs. Leanne and I have Uggs. We love our Uggs. Our Uggs warm shoes. We don't wear flip-flops either. We don't wear flip-flops. Flip-flops are not good for our feet. And somebody was wanting to know, when are we going to do a show outside? Well, guess what? It's in the 40s and the wind is blowing 90 miles an hour, and I can't get out there in that cold and wind. I'm not going to do it. It's just not going to happen until it gets pretty out and the leaves start popping out. It'll be good. When it happens, it'll be really good. I'll be in my red chairs on my back deck, and you can see the view at that point. Yeah. So create this peace. And peace starts right here with us. It starts with us. And my favorite song is Let There Be Peace on Earth, and let it begin with me. I wish I could do a cover of it so that I could actually sing it on here, because every time I play it, even if it's on a a CD that I produced, I was the executive producer on, every time I play it, they block our stuff. Yeah, I'm just pleased. Let's see. Heart rate is really down low. What is it about you folks? Y'all just calm me right down. You just calm me down. My heart can be beating 90 miles an hour, and I come in here and I just let the Holy Spirit take over. Sometimes I don't even know what I've talked about, y'all. Just don't even know. Because I say a little prayer before we get started. I say a little prayer and say, God, give me the words to help people, to calm down and to settle in and realize, all we can do is put dinner in the oven, dinner in the crock pot, dinner in the Instapot, dinner in the morning. I thought Robert's always making up songs. What is that song? Something in the morning, something in the evening, at supper time. So get your dinner started early so you don't have to think about it. Some people are suffering with having to have a pet go over the Rainbow Bridge. It's not fun. That's why we have Tulip, because we were without a dog from December to the end of January a few years ago, and we got Tulip. We got Tulip. She was born about the time Chief died. Somebody has her Alexa ask her every day, "What's for dinner?" I love that. That's so great. Anyway, y'all, be good, kind, and sweet. I'll be back on here at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Tomorrow is question and answer day. Question and answer day. It's our favorite day of the week. Let's get your questions submitted. Put them in the comments, or somebody start a thread on Facebook. Get your questions to Liz and Patty, however you do it. And I will answer those questions tomorrow. People are blowing up my messenger. So y'all have fun. Take care of you. I'm going to go in the living room and get warm. My hands finally got warm because I've been hugging a cup. I love to hug a cup. And I will see you tomorrow. And I can't wait.